Welcome to another tutorial on Matlab. In this tutorial series, we are looking into the concept related to M scripting. And in the previous tutorial, we have seen what is basically a nested function. And in this tutorial, we will see what is basically um, the behavior of functions based on the input argument. So this part we will see. Okay. And to understand this, we need to visualize it, and we need to see like how these things works. So if you consider a function, okay, so this is your function, and this function can do multiple operations, but it does that based on the user input. So this is the function, and this function can do unary operation. So unary operation means finding square of something or finding root over of something. So these things, which basically involves one variable, and it can also do a binary operation. So basically binary operation means you can do either do some addition x plus y, or multiplication x into y, or you can do subtraction x minus y, something like this. So for this you need two variables. So here the variables are x and y. So suppose I given only x, okay, so in this case the unary operation will happen and you will get an output based on unary operation. Okay, so input will be one input. Okay, so suppose now I want to give two inputs. So input 2, and in this case I want to get a output based on these two inputs, not like one input, because I'm not giving one input, I'm giving two inputs now. So this will be the output based on two inputs. So this will be a binary operation. So now this will be a binary operation. And this type of behavior is expected when you want to design a robust function, and that is only possible with the help of this implementation of input reading concept, which is basically nargin, which is basically called nargin input. This defines is like how many number of arguments as the input. So n is the number of inputs. Number, n means number, a means arg means argument, and in means input. So all these three terms combined together to narg in, and you are getting this term as nargin, and it defines inside Matlab that if you call this variable, it will tell like if it is used within a function, then how many inputs variable are communicated to the function, that it keeps a record of that, and based on that record the function will behave different. So let's see and understand how these things works in Matlab. So if you see over here, then we have a function which is basically called operator, num operator. Okay, this is basically a nargin based function, and suppose we want to clear something from the previous program. So we type clear and we clear everything, clc again. Yeah, so we have having no variables now, and now we will do some function related implementation. So it is better to debug it. So we will go with the debugging process and see and understand how the function looks like. So first what I can give is one input. So what I will give 5 as my input. I will also put a debugger. the beginning line itself, so that I will know like where the control is going. Press enter. So now the control is here, the green line is here. This is the next line that we will be checking. So if you see, I entered 5 and now the x variable got assigned with the value of 5. So with this, it will start the program. So if I step, then as already we are having this nargin. Okay, so nargin is not 2 over here, right? Nargin is 1. So number of input arguments is 1 over here. And nargin, you no need to define it. You can directly use it because it is a inbuilt variable. Okay, so nargin. So if you see and check the value of nargin, it will show you nothing, but inbuilt it is having the value that you pass one argument. Now we step in, we will not get any error. Okay, we will just step in. Then it checks like nargin is not 2, basically it is 1. So now let's step again. So nargin is 1, so that's why we entered inside, right? And because of that, we got this statement z equal to minus x. Okay, so this operation will happen, and z, you know, this is the output that is coming out from the function. So if we step, then z is being created as minus 5. So basically what we are doing, we are just negating the number and sending as the output. Now if I step again, so it is completing this if statement, and it reached to the end. Now if I step, it reached to the end of the function now, and now if I step, then it exits. And this is the output that I am getting, minus 5 as my ans or answer from the function. Ans is the default variable that you usually get if you do not assign anything as the output for the function. So here we didn't assign anything, we just called it. So by default ans got created, and whatever the value we got from the function, that is being assigned inside the ans. Okay, so now we will try to give a different input and try to see like how these things work for the binary operation. So we given one value, now we will give two values, 5 and 10. Okay, now step. Okay, then this will be true because we have nargin as 2, right? And we also have two values, x and y value available because it passed through the function. Now step. Okay, then this is true. Now it will add these two values. Okay, because we have defined it in such a way that it will add two values. Now step. You got z as the output, that is 15. That will be returned from the function. So you will find ans as 15. Now suppose I want to give the option 3, and I'm giving one more argument, suppose 3. Okay, too many input arguments, so it is not receiving. So if I do not give any argument, then it is going in. Okay, then I step, this is false, the first statement 5 is false. Okay, statement 7 is also false. Okay, now it will enter inside the else, and else we have the message box like we seen in the last video. So this is showing the input arguments are not proper, so we need to give some input argument to do this operation, then only it will happen. So press OK and step. So it exit out from the execution, and then you are not getting any error but getting an information. So if you give 3 arguments, it will tell you that too many arguments. If you give less argument, then it will tell that whatever we defined for that condition. Otherwise it will do nothing. If the program is written in such a way that you are not able to handle the error, then you will also get the error for that as well. So we will see error handling in a different video, but that this is how you can use a nargin, basically the input argument as the condition to change the behavior of the function, and that is how you can implement nargin. So in this particular channel, we have a lot of videos related to state flow, Simulink, and plant modeling, and also related to electric vehicles. So in case you want to have a look into the same for detailed understanding, please feel free to do so. And if you have any suggestions or any query, please let us know in the comment section. We will try to clarify your doubts as well. And happy learning, Matlab. Thank you and stay connected.